So Shawn Ryan just had Hunter Biden on his podcast, and things are starting to get pretty dicey with the Epstein files, and it's not looking good. It's not looking good for Trump. It's not looking good for Trump, which is probably why they've been trying to cover up the release of the files for so long. So I'm going to play that video in a moment here and react to what Hunter Biden said on Shawn Ryan Show. But just to catch everybody up, over the last few weeks, the U.S. Department of Justice has begun releasing a wave of documents tied to the long-standing Jeffrey Epstein investigation. They've released tens of thousands of files and documents made public under a law passed by Congress in the fall term. In November 2025, the Epstein Files Transparency Act, introduced by Representatives Ro Khanna and Thomas Massie, and overwhelmingly passed by both the House and Senate, was signed into law, requiring the Department of Justice to make all unclassified records, communications, flight logs, investigative materials, and related evidence connected to Jeffrey Epstein available to the public within 30 days. And things are heating up. This is why people voted for Trump. This is why they voted for his administration, because they wanted to root out the corruption in DC. That's why they voted for him. And people are starting to get pissed and losing faith that Trump is actually going to remain true to his word. But anyways, let's get into this Hunter Biden clip and let's talk about what's happening.
What do you think that was?
What do I think that was?
What do you think this whole Epstein debacle was? Do you think this was a...
I don't even fucking know at this point. And I really mean it. It's like, I will tell you, is that the only thing that is clear to me is this. Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump, during a period of his life, were fucking thick as thieves. And Donald Trump...
And I think everybody knows that now, that, Trump obviously had a relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. That's not a secret. I think the question is, to what degree did he have a relationship with Jeffrey Epstein?
Has tried to pass this off as being what Palm Beach was in the 90s. Okay? And that may be his view of it. But I've seen enough evidence of Donald Trump and his teen modeling agencies and what he said on Howard Stern about how he can go, he would go into the back of these, Miss Teen USA pageants and, walk up to the girls naked. They were talking about girls when he's talking about doing that. And wonder whether or not Donald Trump in his mind has come up with this concoction that it was all just what they did in the 90s. It was models. I mean, that's what Michael Wolff said.
So obviously the implication here is that Trump was engaging with underage women at these underage girls, at these modeling shows that he was a part of. And again, there's a long documented history of Trump being a part of these things. I mean, he's owned several pageants. He owned the pageant or the Miss Universe or whatever it's called that Erica Kirk was a part of. So he's in this world. He's part of that world. Again, the question is, was there illegal activity going on?
Michael Wolff says that the justification in Trump's mind is that they were models.
Wow.
You're 14, 15 years old. I mean, we have a president that has been credibly accused by well over a dozen and a half women, if not more, of sexual assault.
Remember, accusations don't mean anything. Trump's been accused of a lot of stuff that aren't true or have been used as political weaponry against him. So you got to take that with a grain of salt.
And we're wondering whether or not, as he fights tooth and nail for the Epstein files that all of his supporters demanded be released so that they could nail Bill Clinton to a cross. And he won't release him. Why? Out of the kindness of his heart for the people that may get hurt. Have you ever known the president to act out of anything but his own self-interest? Ever?
So, of course, one of the most politically charged aspects of the Epstein file release has been the question of who appears in these files and in what context do they appear in the files. Lots of people knew Jeffrey Epstein that never did anything wrong, so we have to keep that in mind. Some of the newly released documents do show President Trump implicated in these flight logs, showing that he did travel on Jeffrey Epstein's private jet multiple times in the 1990s, and records do tie subpoenas for Trump's Mar-a-Lago records during the Maxwell prosecution. But it's crucial to understand this distinction. References in released documents do not equate to allegations of criminal conduct. So you have to remain objective. It doesn't look good. I'll be honest. It does look pretty suspicious. Again, the fact that his own Department of Justice has actively tried to prevent these files from being released. Tons of people in his administration have been complicit in covering this up, in my opinion. So that is definitely the suspicious thing there. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about this whole saga, and let me know if you think we're actually going to get down to the bottom of this, or is this just going to be another JFK memory hold part of the US's history?